What's up, guys? I'm Bebopvox, and welcome to our big group panel here, talking about big projects, as everybody here, I think, has some kind of project, whether it's a hobby or whether it's, I mean, let's go ahead and see what the audience is, let's see what the audience is at right now. Okay, who's going to school right now? See, that's a lot of people. You're already consumed with time right there. Who's going to work right now? There we go. And now who's working and going to school? Who's doing, okay. So that already, your time is consumed. And now you want to play Minecraft, so you don't have enough time. And let alone if you want to do builds, music videos, if you want to work with the team to build on a server, things like that. That's exactly what we kind of want to address at this panel. So I'll go ahead and do like an intro here. As you guys know, I'm Bebopvox, and I do the Minecraft Monday show. Woo! Thank you. But I'm also in the United States Air Force, and I'm a C-130 crew chief. So when I talk about not having time, I literally have none. So it's all about time management, and it's all about working with friends and working with people who know what they're doing and organizing. So that's what we wanted to focus on. And some of my friends are right here, awesome people. So some of these people I know you know, but you don't know of them yet. Because Kaz and Conquering here, these two, did Don't Mind at Night, which now has almost 30 million views, the music video. And and they have a great background of animation. So I'll go ahead and let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Kaz, and I've been animating for a long time, since I was 14. Kaz, a little bit closer, like this? Ah, thank you.
Sounding good.
So I'm Kazza, and I've been animating for a long, long time. But only recently, since Minecraft came out, I could actually combine my two favorite hobbies of animating and gaming. So, a little after I started making some small projects, I came into contact with Bebopvox, who had a great idea to make an awesome music video, on which I jumped on, and well, 6 months later, a lot of hard work and blood, sweat, and tears, we're here. So it was an amazing journey. Yeah. And I have here Kong.
Hello, guys.
Oops, sorry. Hello.
I'm Kong. We're working together on these animations. We both have our own thing we like to do. Together it works really well. We both have real-time jobs every day. So this is really our hobby in the evening, which is also why it takes us quite long. And animation is really a very, very long process. So, and we'll talk about that later. And here's
Ian, verbal processing.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here today, Mr. Bebopvox. So yes, my name is Ian, Verbal Processing Strandberg. I am currently producing We Found Fun, the next music video parody from Bebopvox.
December we're doing?
Yeah, I think December is pretty solid at this point, apparently. Well, you guys just keep it under your hat until it's official, all right? We'll let you know, tweet it out, whatever. So, yeah, I'm sort of the video producer on that side, and I can talk about everything from working with the talent and developing the story and everything else under the sun. So we'll be fielding questions and talking about how to fit it into a life that is full of other goodness as well.
Yeah, indeed.
All right, where are we going?
So some of the things that we wanted to kind of talk about here, whether, like I said, school, work, you guys all have something. So it's all, we want to talk about kind of the process, actually, from like how simple, basic, to maybe the more detailed stuff. And I think, it's one of my most favorite things to do, it's all about brainstorming when you start a project. So I want to find out actually with builds. Who's working on a build right now, or like a really epic build, maybe with friends or something like that? Okay. Cool. So yeah, you guys are already trying to find time management there. What about videos? Anybody else doing videos? Maybe it's Let's Plays with a friend, trying to find time to do that. A bunch of you guys. Yeah, it's pretty split. It's awesome. Mm-hmm. So all that stuff right there, what would you say is like, before you start anything, what do you, like, we have to do this and know exactly where we're going kind of thing, before taking out a project?
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, you hit the nail on the head with it in terms of brainstorming, in terms of getting your best ideas on the table. And I think that what we do a lot, and I think it's really valuable, is you put too much on the table. You just keep filling it. What's another crazy way we can approach this? And they start pushing the stuff from the beginning. It seemed like a great idea at the beginning, but you build and build, and when you get to the end of a session, you've pushed off everything from the beginning, and you have sort of the core, unique, new ideas that that aren't as based upon what's come before, and sort of draw from the ether of all the little things that have influenced you. Yeah. I think that's really key to the process, is like letting it ride for long enough to know that you're about to commit to a month, 6 months, a year worth of work. You had better make sure that this concept is going to be worth your time.
You're not tired of it after maybe a week of hearing it or something.
Don't mind it. Oh.
He's gone insane, I think. So, but yeah, so I mean, I think that's one of the biggest things as well, is like whether you're building with a friend or something like that, is just kick out ideas. We throw away so many ideas. We're like, this is genius, and then it's the worst idea the next day. We're like, that was terrible.
But the point is, we wrote it down and we molded over and we lived with it for a while and kind of felt it out, and that gave us an opportunity to sort of say, oh, wait a minute. I've seen this in the light of day now, and you know what? I think we can do better. I think we can step this up another round. I think you can't underestimate taking a good solid period of time and saying, like, this is the thing. But on the other hand, it's easy to get bogged down doing that too.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like you get to, like, as animators, like, and builders and everything, it's like, how much do you spend too much time looking at detail, and instead of the big picture? And because if you don't do that brainstorming, and you're just gonna like look at every little bit of the build or every little bit of a video, or whether you're editing, and you just like nitpick too much, and then before you know it's been too long, or
stuff takes so long to make. So if you decide on something that, oh, this is not such a good idea after all, you spend all that time making it, you can have like a month's work and just throw it away. So it's like really crucial that you have this like good concept and you have like an idea of exactly what you want to do.
Well, another important corollary to that is the old phrase, murder your darlings. If something isn't working, you can't be afraid to chuck it. You know, have you ever seen like a short film that just went on way too long? It's a 5-minute film, you feel like you've been watching it for 20 minutes. Is this thing still going? It's partly because people don't have the experience or the courage to say, this was really, we did something cool, we were really proud of our work, but it doesn't fit here. We need to find it a new home, and we need to tighten this thing up and make sure that we're still here to entertain and not to indulge our egos, you know?
It's kind of hard though, because you kind of fall in love with your ideas. You tend to grow in your ideas, and all the things you see it in your mind, and you want to make it happen, and sometimes you simply can't, and you have to say, okay, stop, that's it.
Yeah.
One of the other things, because there's so many projects we work on at all times. I mean, I think at this point we plan out 8 months in advance. I do everything literally solo when it comes to the Minecraft Monday show, when it comes to everything that you see on my channel, except for when it comes to music videos, and I work with great friends like Ian. Yeah. And you guys have been amazing. We're already working on another one, and it's driving us insane. And and that's how important just time management comes when it comes to brainstorming and just kicking out these ideas and making sure you're good to go. Something that I want to touch on a lot that maybe I think you guys would, I hope take away from it is, it's really hard to work with people all over the internet. I mean, you guys have friends all over the internet. Your best friend, could be somebody you knew on a server or something like that. And it's like, well, now you want to do this project, but how do you give them files? How do you transfer? And like, what's the best way? Because there's so many methods. So I'll let you go ahead and.
All right, get ready to be blown away by some amazing tech talk. Here we go. Actually, it's fairly simple from, it's simple in perspective. But anyway, the point is, you got files, you want to share them with people that you're working with. They need to be able to open it up and do their thing and put their touch on it, and then you need to be able to get all that stuff back and take care of it. And honestly, since there's this program called Dropbox, it's free. You get it from Dropbox.com. It is pretty much the difference between being able to do this. Excuse me, I'm off mic. Being able to, hello. That's kind of cool, actually. Okay. It's pretty much the difference between being able to do this effectively. Like the We Found Fun music video project is at 150 gigs at this point, and it involves hundreds of thousands of individual files. And Dropbox automatically sends those to all of the people that I work with and sends their work back to me. So I can't recommend it enough. It's a safe and amazing tool that is going to enable you to work with other people from a technical perspective. If you're a jerk, that's another thing you got to work on. But I've been working at it. How am I doing?
I've known you too long. So what I'd love to kind of touch on next is the actual process, and I want you guys to actually see some of the process that goes behind these months and months and months of work. And I think the best, well, one of the examples we have that you put together here, Kaz, was actually which video song was that?
Let's see, it was the.
It's this one, yeah.
Is that
Of
one?
Don't Mind at Night, yeah.
Yeah.
There you
might
go.
want to turn the music down.
Okay. Don't want you to hear it, I guess. Okay, so I mean, if you want to go ahead and talk
This is a prime example.
through that.
This is like in the lower left, you see just the sketching of just ideas, just spinning around ideas, what would be nice to do on the music. And at the bottom, at the top right, you see the eventual product. So you kind of see that they're still kind of similar. And
But this is such a rough, I mean, this is months before.
Oh, this is the very
anything.
first thing you do.
Yeah.
Once you have your idea, what you want to do, and you start sketching out, it will probably look something like this, or better drawn if you're like a...
And text all over the place.
Text all over the place.
Leave it in there. It's good.
And this is actually just moving further on to the process. This is, once you have your idea and your storyboard, you know what you want to do. So now you have like a sort of goal. So, okay, I need to have, like in Don't Mind at Night, an epic dance, disco scene or another thing. And so this is like, you can just create that in Minecraft and import it into any 3D program. So you can like do this with friends, and you can do this just on servers. And actually this is like one of the most fun parts to do of the parody. And this is the more technical bit where you just like, this is what the 3D program looks like. So you just import what you created in Minecraft, and you start placing all the textures back. But maybe this is running a bit too much forward. I don't know.
No, it's good.
Yeah, you like it? It's, here we go. Once you have everything done, you start adding lights in 3D, and we'll start looking like something like this. You can, of course, tweak this until you think it's like better or worse.
Yeah. Another question I like to pose to you guys in the audience is, how many people are really in the animation? Like, kind of want to do animation. There's so many people are starting so young now with Minecraft, and I gotta say, I mean, there are prodigies that are like 13. Yeah, you really can't. And I can give, some of you guys could be working for Pixar in literally no time when it comes to that.
Yeah, it's because the quality of animation that some kids put out is like amazing. It's like incredible. When I was their age, I couldn't animate like that.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I didn't even know. I had no idea whatsoever. So they have this head start, which will be of invaluable to them.
Yeah, without a question. I mean, I was burning ants with magnifying glasses when I was your guys' age, so, you know. So what was the other thing we wanted to do? Oh, yes. Now, because we actually had quite a lot of animators in here, I would love to touch on cheater techniques, maybe such as with lighting. Because you guys will notice this in a lot of videos as well. It kind of helps crank out content quicker, and things like that. Maybe something a little bit more specific.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things you can do, animators, especially if you're working in 3D, to make your lives a lot easier, and especially if you're trying to get like that first project out the door and kind of test your wings. You don't want to bog yourself down by choosing sort of a scope that is way out there that's going to bring in all kinds of unexpected factors. So one thing you'll notice is a ton of Minecraft animations take place outdoors during the day. That's probably the #1 best lighting setup you can possibly go for when you're picking a first animation, or you're even taking on something big, but you don't know what your resources are going to be like, because I like to do a 2-light setup, but there's a mistake that a lot of people make when they do outdoor lighting setups, especially with what's called global illumination, for those of you who are in the 3D rendering scene, where their shadows end up like green. You know, so you let the whole world, and because there's all this green grass in the world, global illumination just means in 3D, what it started out as is we just throw in a light over here. We're not going to worry about it bouncing around the world like in real life. But now we've got all these techniques that allow us to create more realistic lighting and more vibrant and living lighting. But there's still a lot to learn about it in order to take best advantage of it. So if you go with a 2-light setup outdoors, you can even go beyond what most people achieve with their outdoor scenes and still render really fast and not have to worry about crazy lighting and a lot of settings. You just do one skylight to fill in the shadows with a nice rich blue, or maybe a little purple if it's dusk or in the desert. Ooh, that looks beautiful. And then you've got your sunlight, and you pick a nice angle, and you're good to go. The other thing is sort of choosing your technology. and I'll try to stay light on this. A global illumination is one of those things where you have to decide, do I want to spend 10, 15 minutes a frame on this project? Right before I left, I kicked off rendering scene 22, which is, it starts on a cottage it's all lit up at night, so there's like 200 lights, and it's ridiculous. And it starts on a cottage, and then the camera zooms way up to a hilltop, and there's a bunch more lights up there. And I kicked off that to render, and it's 50 hours. Just my computer is going for 50 hours to get that thing done. And the question is, do you have a computer you can dedicate 50 or 100 hours on to render? And is it going to go haywire somewhere in the middle? And you're gonna, because this is what's happened. The camera got up to the hilltop. There's no textures on any of the grass. Well, I'm going back to square one on that one. So you kind of choose which technologies to throw into your animation so that you have a very manageable render time. In fact, I'm talking really fast. I'm going to slow it down now. Yes, let's get a little bit more calm. There is a fellow you may have heard of called Bootstrap Buckaroo, I believe is his name. I'm getting that right?
He does works with a lot of Chem Sparkles stuff.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know him, he does great tutorials. If you guys are learning, amazing stuff on YouTube for free. Tutorials and people with great talent.
Yeah, and he works with Slamicow as well. And they have a philosophy, because in Bootstrap's words, he has no patience. And so they always shoot for like 30-second render times. So they can just crank through a shot. They use pretty but very simple lighting setups, and they choose their technology really carefully. So I guess if I can boil this down, it's choose your technology carefully. Do I need motion blur? Do I need global illumination? Do I need tons of lights? Or can I tell this story in the day in a stage-like fashion and work on my fundamentals, my animation, my performance, because after all, animation is acting, it's performing, and get those things across, and then graduate to more sophisticated scenes as your skills improve. You guys want to add?
What you kind of push on is like it's very technical. I mean, that's the part about animation. It's like it's not only just creating the motion and thinking about, it would be fun to have him scared here or have him happy there, but there's also this immense technical part of it, and which is like not the most fun part of it all. So it's actually easy.
You're kind of crazy with it.
So it's actually sometimes it's easier just to get started with smaller things. Like you said, Ian, just have simple light setups. You have like animations with like tens and tens of characters in it, and that can be daunting. So it's quite easy to start with an animation with just one character in one scene and trying to keep it as simple as possible for yourself, so you can get your feet wet and try out some techniques, and gradually you get more comfortable with animation and the program, and you can step up to do bigger and bigger things.
So something else I'd love to do, also if you guys have any Q&As, feel free to raise your hand, and I mean happy to, whether it's technical or whether it's something else literally about YouTube or something else like that, because you guys are why we're here, and we want to make sure that you kind of walk away with something and learn something awesome. So let's go ahead and actually I saw you first. That's what made me think about it, was you raising your hand. We actually don't have a mic anyway. Oh sure.
You want to go down there? Okay.
Thank you. I'm Sergeant Robles, U.S. Army. Congratulations on your promotion.
Thanks a lot, man. Staff Sergeant Vox.
Yes.
It's Steinbach.
I started Minecraft from Afghanistan to spend time with my son, because we didn't have that relationship, so I'm Destructor 207 in Minecraft.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Question is, I got actually two short questions. To start animation, what's the best basic program and easiest to start with? If we want to start animation, what would you recommend?
I think Ian, would you be good, or?
There are two programs that are really common in the scene right now. The most accessible one is called Cinema 4D. It's what's being used by the vast majority of people that are coming into animation, 3D animation in particular, in the Minecraft scene. And I believe it's made by Maxon. Is that right? Maxon Cinema 4D? Anyway, Cinema 4D. You search that, you're going to find it, no problem at all. Does that answer your question? Yes. Okay. Super. Oh, yeah.
Now, being military, I know how hard we work, and how you do it now that you got promoted and you got PCS to the U.S., how you find
What do you mean,
time?
as a staff sergeant, now I can just lay on a couch all day?
Send orders?
You, minion, do something, do that. Yes, do my job now. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, but no, I mean, it's, again, well, I like to specify in time management. So my literal schedule when it comes to getting off work. I know. She's a cop, and you're at home. You're an animator full time at an actual animating industry. So I mean, literally, you get off work and you have an hour. Some days you have 2 hours. So it really just kind of comes down to that. Is really, I mean, even while I'm at work, I will literally be typing on my phone. I'll make notes. If you ever see my Twitter feed and you see my favorites, it's articles I want to put on Minecraft Monday show. I'm doing stuff throughout the week anyway. And it's all preparation while I'm at work, while I have like a minute or two or something, or just waiting for a plane to land or something, we're gonna catch it. So that's what I mean, it's literally all about time management. Wherever you have a minute, always keep that brain going. You're just like, I could do this later tonight, I could do this. Yeah, oh, I want to talk to Ian about this project and tell him that he has terrible ideas and all that stuff. Yeah, thank you.
Bebop never stops.
Never change, never change.
He never changes either. All right, you want to get another question?
Yeah, questions, anybody? Actually,
wait,
this guy right here.
This guy right here?
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, you should pick next.
How, with the military, like, how do you do a setup in such a quick time? I mean, 8 months. How do you, like, in 8 months, how much hours and how do you do all that work in that time period?
With 8 months, what's 8 months? Like, kind of.
Like, in 8 months.
Oh, okay. Yeah, with that kind of stuff, that's where the pre-production, pre-planning couldn't be more important. Whether you're a builder, whether a YouTuber doing Let's Plays or something else, even Let's Plays, you're like, what am I going to do tonight? What do I want to do with my buddy? What do I think the audience will like that will set me apart, that I'm going to do something unique and fun for a viewer? Because as a Let's Play, you are an entertainer at an aspect of it, even though, you're having fun. But it's all about that pre-production planning, without a question, yeah.
If you want to accomplish something huge that you've never done before, my personal strategy is to scare the S out of myself from the beginning in order to get myself moving as quickly and as hard as possible.
And you're going to learn a lot of new things.
Exactly. So I do it by making a giant schedule of everything I can think of that needs to be done for the task at the beginning, and then I freak out because it's 14 months of work, not however many months we've got. And then I start making hard choices about what to cut and how to streamline, where to optimize, who can help. And I refine that schedule about once a month all the way up until the end. Right now there's a couple of little platforms on my desk, and I have got these little glass beads on them. And the glass beads on the left show me how many days I'm ahead, and the glass beads on the right are overflowing with how many days I am behind, and how I have to figure out how to make up those days. So it depends on what works for you, where you get your motivation. But I get mine from knowing if I don't meet this target, I'm done. I failed. I did not make this thing happen, and so I psych myself up and get myself super anxious.
You go ahead and pick. You go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to pick somebody. All right, let's see here. Somebody from this side. I see a man with a sword. A sword is a big advantage in an event like this. Make a good use of it.
It's diamond.
What animation software do you use for Don't Mind at Night?
Thank you.
I used Autodesk Maya and a lot of special effects with After Effects. But really, you can just use any 3D program. I'm just very used to Maya, so I can work fast in it. But Max or anything, Blender is also fine. So anything can be used.
Yeah, Ian uses a completely different one that 3ds Max, and you guys use Maya. Yep. So yeah. Run around.
I'm going to get somebody from anybody back.
There
Here, I see
go.
this middle. We'll go middle. Hello,
There's
sir.
so many people. So
How are you
kinda
doing
like,
today, sir?
How did you come up with the name Bebopvox, and why do you do Minecraft Monday show?
Bebopvox came from the anime Cowboy Bebop, my favorite anime. Although, yeah, so, awesome. The Vox came from a game called Second Life about 10 years ago, and you had to pick a last name. So I was doing videos in Second Life like 10 years ago, and just for fun and stuff like that. And so Bebopvox came about like 10 years ago, and 12, something crazy. Minecraft Monday show. Literally, I didn't have enough time, so I wanted a show. I created a show that I wanted. I created a show that didn't exist, and I created a show that I wanted to see. I didn't have enough time when I got off of work, and I said I want to be caught up with my favorite game. I think at the time I was playing World of Warcraft, maybe some other games. I mean, I played so many MMOs. But then Minecraft came about, and I was like, I don't know anything about this game, and it updates a lot. So how do I get caught up with that? And I didn't want to keep reading, so I just created that show.
So
instead.
you made it your job.
What?
So you made it. I don't have time
made it my job,
to keep track of this thing, so I made it
know.
twice.
I know it's insanely hypocritical, but it's like I don't have enough time to keep up on it, so I'm going to spend even more time of every day.
All right, I'm going to go back to the left here again. Oh, I see a man whose hair I can appreciate, so I'm going to... Oh, look at that. Fine.
How long on average does it take for you to create the lyrics for one of your parodies or original Minecraft songs?
Lyrics are one of the most fun parts. Me and Brad Neckbar, he's actually on the parody panel, I think, later. And we just kick around ideas left and right. And sometimes, he'll make a whole list. I'm like, oh, no, that's terrible. Like, that don't rhyme. That don't work. Let's give a little bit more witty there, and then we change it. And I don't know, maybe a week really to fine-tune, to really fine-tune, because you really got to step away and re-look at a project fresh and new. Otherwise, you get bogged, you get bored of it. You're like, and then it becomes dull, and you need fresh eyes on a project. And that's a build or anything, really. You just walk away from a project, come back, and you'd be amazed what you come up with and think of, I think.
All right, let's see. We're going to go back to the right here.
Oh, hello, sir.
How did you discover Minecraft?
It was a friend of mine I work with, and I was like, this game looks terrible. So I actually downloaded it, not by price, not by paying. And then I was like, oh, I can't play with my friends. Okay, I'll buy the game. And then I played with my friends, and then I think I played for 12 hours the first day. And then Neon Glitterbomb, as you guys know, my wife, she was like, he's on Skype talking with his friends, and he's acting like it's boy Barbies. They're just, I'm like, dude, my house, you set on fire, what are you doing, Don't decorate it like that, redstone, what are you doing, And she's like, what are you doing? What happened to my husband? And then I got hooked. That was 3.5 years ago, I think, yeah, so...
So, quick observation. He looks kind of like Captain Sparkles, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah, he looks a lot like Captain
Sparkles. I was like, man, it could be his brother.
Okay, let's see. Oh, the young lady in the blue blazer.
Love you, thank you. I was going to take the first parent kind of question. As somebody who's just learning all about this now as a parent, not a player yet, please explain to me how it is that you are in the stratosphere right now, and I know your names just from listening to my son chat about it. What is it that gives you the it power and the charisma, and now here you are as panelists? What separates you from everybody who's out there wishing they could do the same?
I don't think it's, yeah, man, I already lose my voice. It is a really interesting question, I think. I don't think we ever really observe at ourselves like that, and look kind of like, what are we doing?
I think a lot of us just do it.
Yeah, we just do it.
And whatever happens, happens.
Literally, whether you're the awkward kid at school or whether, I know I was an awkward kid at school. I had a $200 car and had rust holes in it, and I covered it with duct tape. It was called the duct tape mobile, and it was awesome. And
that doesn't sound awkward to me.
It's pretty cool.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, sure.
We watch Minecraft Mondays as a family. And so as a parent, it gives you an opportunity to talk to your child about what they're doing in Minecraft, even if you don't understand anything that they're doing or the language. And what I think makes Bebopvox and Minecraft Mondays stand out is he's a very wholesome person, he's a very kind person, he's in the military, he's a wonderful hero, and I really think... I wrote you,
You're
remember?
awesome.
I sent you that email. And I mean it.
Give me
so
a hug.
I really do invite...
Give me a hug.
I invite you, if you've never watched it, watch it with your kid. It's a really... So that's my answer.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I gotta start watching my language on your channel, huh?
Jeez.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, hey, aren't you the cutest thing I ever saw?
Do you prefer Mac or PC?
She threw down. Threw down. PC all the way. No question.
Yeah.
Master race. Kind of awkward for the Mac people right now.
Okay, I'm going all the way to the back this time. I guess I'm gonna get gold over here.
Yeah.
Hello, gold man. Gold finger. You're gonna have to turn around. Does your head swivel?
So what would you recommend to YouTubers who are just starting out?
YouTubers just starting out. I mean, literally don't say, hey, I'm gonna quit school, I'm going to YouTube full time. I hate seeing that, it scares me. And because it's literally a hobby, and if something becomes of it, it becomes of it. I mean, literally, because, I literally just did it for fun, and most people I know do. I mean, everybody, so many good friends of mine are in the Minecraft community, from Slam a Cow to Captain Sparkles to everybody can think of that I talk about on the Minecraft Monday show. They all literally just did it as like a hobby. So always have fun, and if you're not having fun, your viewers aren't.
Now, I might add, try to do something different, too.
Definitely.
Like, if you're coming into it, if you just want to do what you've seen your idols do and you want to check that space out, that's a great way to get your feet wet.
Yeah.
But always be thinking, what's missing here? What can I bring that's uniquely from my perspective? It's the people that moved first on the Minecraft scene that are the biggest today. That's one consistent factor. So, okay. Let's see, I'm going to the left. Okay, I'm going to go to the far end here, because otherwise this person, never get a chance. Pardon me, yes, excuse me. Hello.
When writing, seeing a song and putting it into a parody, what makes you look at that song and say, hey, I want to make this a parody? What gives you, that click?
Man, yeah, that is, I almost think one of the hardest processes, because it's the very start of saying, yeah, we're going to spend 7 months. Yeah, we're going to do something like that. And really, it's all about, I personally am a massive fan of Weird Al. I grew up listening to him, and I absolutely love Weird Al, and that was my big inspiration. And he's always done pop music. He's always done the biggest ones out there. But it's ones that get stuck in my head, and it's always a Katy Parody, what I like to call her. She is so good at getting stuff in your head, and I just always want to do a parody of her song. And it's just stuff like that. And if you don't love it, you gotta love it to really kind of put that time in.
Yeah, let me get this down. I just had a killer idea.
I'm going to run around.
Oh, you're going around? All right, mix it up.
Fraps or DX Story?
That's actually a really good question. I had a lot of issues with Fraps over the years, and I've been using it for maybe 12 years. If you want to capture your desktop, though, you got to use Fraps, because it doesn't have what's called DRW, and that's the only way you can, desktop aerial monitoring or something.
Yeah.
But that's the only way you can capture your desktop. But DX Story, without a question, and you use the lagless codec on that. And it is,
Lagarith.
Lagarith. I always get that wrong.
DX Story has another advantage, is that you can separate some of the audio out. So if you're getting really crazy and you want to balance your audio levels afterwards.
If you go into those audio settings, you can literally say, I say that a lot now, literally. Literally ridiculous.
I'm writing it down.
Yeah. You can say, hey, I want one audio channel to be my headset mic. I want another one to be, if you do end up having an arm or something, like a separate phantom power mic. If you want onboard sound, and then you put that in your editor, it automatically separates it into different tracks automatically. Instead of that one, it's so brilliant.
It's like
Absolutely.
magic. You gonna get the next one? Or am I going back out there? All right. Okay. All right. Do you have any? I wish this person with the crazy headwear would ask a question, because I want to go inspect that. Okay. Let's have another parent here.
You've talked software. What about hardware? What do they need to get started doing these things?
Passion. That's the hardware. No,
it can get pretty expensive. Yeah, you need a pretty high-end PC to render. Render is one of the big things, and if you've scenes with more characters than 2 or 3 in it, things can slow down a great deal. So then you really want a big machine. So yeah, there will be some investment needed to get a good machine going. Yeah. Or you could start out small and then work out, get a bigger machine once you get more comfortable with the way things work.
As long as you go with longer rendering times, really. That's what it. Yeah. Like spec wise.
It's always changing. The best advice I think I can give you is figure out what software you can get and use, and then see how it performs. And when you start pushing it, then upgrade. Whether I would say probably CPU and RAM are the first places to go if you're lagging when you're in the work environment. Mm-hmm.
For 3D, certainly.
Yeah. Okay. So you're welcome. Let's see here.
Ooh, it's a lot.
I have this power now, and it's going to my head.
Let's do a speed round.
A speed round?
Yeah. Some kind of-
How do you do a speed round? I just run everywhere?
Yeah. I was like watching you run.
Yes, sir.
Hello. I don't have a question. I just wanted to say thank you so much for the show that you put on, because I work full time. I don't have as much time as a lot of people do to watch all these videos, and I could just watch your video and see what everyone's been doing in the community. So
Thanks a
thank
lot,
you so
dude.
much. For
Exactly why I had. Yeah. Thank you.
Speed round. Hey.
Why did you move to Texas?
It wasn't my choice. Uncle Sam said, "Get over here," and I said, "Okay, I'm good."
Go.
What's your favorite parody?
That's a hard one. Without saying my own, I don't know.
Revenge is good. Revenge is good.
Revenge is great. What's the one
Fly?
that
Wait.
the one that they played this morning that I gave them? It was like 2011 they made it. God, I forgot it, but yeah, it's great, that one. Minecraft every day, yeah. It's really catchy, I love it. Oh, and Eric Fulton's The End. Big shout out to the Dead Workers Party. Oh, so good.
Okay, we have a technical question about animation. Here we go.
How do you slide the arm and the eyes? Sliding.
I think with the footage you're seeing. The sliding part.
It's actually, you create all the objects, so the characters, basically just the basic cube shapes. And after that, it depends on the animator, but you can rig all these things to these different circles, and they drive everything. So I like to work like this. It's very visual, so I don't have to go into a lot of different menus and just model and shape the character as I look at it. But it's actually just moving and rotating and scaling is all I do.
All right, speed round. Here we go.
Where did the phrase "diamonds to you" come from?
Diamonds to you.
Check.
That came from the Minecraft forums where people are always like saying, "Hey, here." They were like giving each other diamonds for doing awesome stuff anyway, but they didn't actually have a word for it. So I was like, "That is an awesome idea. Here's diamonds for doing something awesome. Diamonds to you." And I don't even know what show it came up on.
Speed round. Here we go.
2 questions. How do you feel about the Diamonds to You being an achievement in Minecraft?
Oh my God, I love Dinnerbone. He was teasing me with that for like a year. He's like, I could do it.
And
Just have to hit enter.
And do you have any guidelines when creating lyrics for a parody?
No guidelines. I just don't like to get into like explicit lyrics and anything crazy. But yeah.
Speed round. Here we go. Am I still doing speed round? This guy
Yes.
looks exactly like me when I was his age. This is
Right.
my twin. Here we go. This is your future, by the way.
Do you like playing on any consoles or just the PC?
It's mainly PC, but I mean, I definitely have nothing against them. I do like PlayStation more though.
Okay. I'm gonna go this way. Excuse me. Pardon me. Hello.
What would be a good free recording system?
Free recording system?
There's a free version of Fraps, but it's got some limitations for time.
It has a little watermark on it, but I think it's like $15 if you do want to get a recorder.
Yeah.
So, or I think they upped it now, 20 or something. It's Minecraft essentially the price.
DX Story is fun because you have to pay in yen.
Yeah.
But it works out to like $40.
Yeah.
There's Bandicam as well, but it's also watermarked. So
Yeah.
there's usually a trade-off, but there's options out there.
Yeah.
Speed round. Okay, I gotta
Yeah,
push myself.
I think
I
we
saw
have,
you earlier. Hello.
I don't know how much time. 6, it looks like.
If you can add one thing to Minecraft, what would it be?
Oh, that's a hard one. Update something in Minecraft, what would it be? If you could add anything.
You can add anything to Minecraft, what would it be?
Ocean life.
Yes, something in the oceans, definitely.
I want corals and fish and something there.
I definitely say ambient sound. They could do so much more with that. I know C418 wants to.
Okay.
Speed round.
How does it feel to see your channel grow?
I've been a pretty steadily growing channel. Nothing ever was like a big spike, so it's always been like a big hug.
My favorite thing about watching animations is the sound and seeing the characters talk. Do any of the programs like Cinema 4D allow you to do like voice coinciding with the animation?
To automate it.
I don't know about Cinema 4D. I know there are very high-end plugins out there that will kind of get you started in that space. Do you want to add something to that?
I think the only one I've ever heard of, but it was just like images, is like Crazy Talk. That's years old, but I don't know.
There are programs that can help you. You can just record a sound and give it to a 3D program, and it will just move the mouse according to the sound file. But it's a computer doing the work, so it's not really that good. So the only way to get proper lip sync is just to do it yourself.
What's a good software for making custom thumbnails for YouTube videos?
Just Photoshop, I think. It's just a quick go-to.
Your mind, man.
Yeah.
Just your mind.
MS Paint. I am a fan of MS Paint. I'm kind of an expert. I've been doing it for like 17 years. Love MS Paint. Just no MS Paint love? Okay. Awkward.
If the Minecraft crew asked you to join Minecraft, would you?
To join Minecraft?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I may join some other people. I know. You may or may not hear something one day. We may.
Man, I am sweating. Oh.
What's the best free editing tool?
Free editing tool? Free is hard. No, Vegas is not free. I'm sorry, what was that? Cheapest. Ugh, that's a hard one too.
I know people that cut in Windows Movie Maker still,
Yeah.
so I mean it's not impossible.
The only thing with Windows Movie Maker, you don't have very many. You don't have very many lines. You can't put import that many tracks.
Oh, you're
You can
limited
only input,
layers.
you only got like 1 layer or 2 layers or something.
Oh,
I
if you've
think,
only got
but
one, that's problematic.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. But I mean, yeah. So, I mean, Sony Vegas. I've been using it for 12 years now, and it's like $800. Best investment I've ever made in my life, and I love it. It's very visual oriented, user friendly, quick. I mean, I do Adobe products as well, but when I just want to do something quick, I just do Vegas. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Heading to.
Ooh, show many hands.
Let's see. The hat
Let's all
man.
just do a high five.
He's the
to
hat
the person.
man.
What kind of recording software do you use to record your videos?
It's usually just this puppy right here has been filming the Minecraft Monday show for the last 2.5 years, I think. A Canon 7D, another best investment I've ever made. And but yeah, and then an H4n. I mean, it's I bought a $100 audio recorder and I actually gave it to Finn's Graphics because he started doing real life videos and it was like $100. Great clear audio. Again, they're all investments, so
Write them off on your taxes when you're old enough.
Exactly. I lost.
Save those receipts.
Oh yes, Ian. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Well,
about
how
that.
can we do that though? Because we don't have the ability to hook up the video. Anyway, we'll talk about it.
Oh, we don't have video. Never mind. Okay.
We can hold up the iPad. People can
Sorry.
squint.
We were going to show you the progress of this 8-month music video, but we don't have a way to get it on the iPad. But we could hold it up and everybody could squint. We could do that.
I have a Mac and want to record Minecraft. Do you know anything that could work for a Mac and not be crappy?
The Mac recorder. I forgot what it is. I thought Bandicam. ScreenFlow. I'm here. QuickTime Pro. What they record?
QuickTime will screen capture? Oh.
Huh. Wow. Okay. There you go.
The audience has spoken. So
Good
the consensus
job.
is QuickTime?
Yeah. That and also ScreenFlow.
ScreenFlow.
I'm
Okay.
hearing, yeah.
Rock and roll. It beats a pad of paper and a pencil, huh?
Sorry about that awkward situation we created about the PCs as well.
Forgive me if I sweat on
Everybody
you.
yelling about Macs.
Okay. How do you? So is YouTube safe for younger kids? I was just wondering, how do you make YouTube safe?
I mean, there is parental control, but I mean, yeah, it is the internet, so you can just watch videos. You don't need to log in. That's essentially the only, if you log in with an account, you can have parental control on it. But I mean, there is always a dark, weird side of the internet that's kind of, anywhere. So YouTube or not.
If you become a YouTuber, how do you make your channel safe? So
Oh, how do you make it safe? Like safe from what if you become a YouTuber?
Like hacking or?
more like stalking, yeah.
Stalking.
How do you not get stalked if you're Bebopvox?
I'm not
you,
very.
You
well,
don't show up for this.
Yeah, you don't go to panels.
And you don't hang around with me.
That's probably my worst stalker right there is Ian. I think. But yeah. Wait, I'll run around and get Ian's talking to
Vegas Movie Studio.
There you go.
We actually have an answer to the cheap editing on.
Yes.
On the Mac.
I know
Paintball Kitty, everybody.
Hello. I know a lot of you.
Ow!
I know a lot of you were asking about cheap editing software,
Yeah.
so I'm going to give you a tip that a lot of my YouTubers use. People like Bebops will use Vegas Pro, which is about $800, which is way out of a lot of people's budget.
Of course.
But what a lot of people don't know is Vegas also makes. Or £500, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Vegas also makes a program called Movie Studio HD. You can pick up the 9th, 10th, or 11th edition on Amazon for between $45 and $60, depending on the one you want to do. A lot of people used to think the tracks were limited, but you can actually right-click to add more tracks. So that is a great way, and that's how we edit FPS Russia, which is a huge channel, and we use the cheap editing software. So there you go.
That's good to know, because I get that question a lot.
Okay. Down the escalators and to the right, yeah.
Oh, wait. I ran up to this. I'm sorry. I ran away after.
Okay.
With so many YouTube channels, how do you get exposure to stand out and get people to come to your channel and see what you're doing?
One of the biggest things is I'd say cross-collabing, with friends and stuff like that if they have kind of a following a bit. But also, again, it's that whole unique aspect and kind of making yourself stand out, making something that's shareable that people are loving to share. Yeah, put it on social media, all kinds of, get the Twitters,
Make friends and love what you're making so much that it always is special when you're done, and the relationships will come to you. So, just a sec here. We gotta confer. All right, so we only have time for one more question, but the good news is that we will be signing. If you go down the escalators and to the right, there's an info booth. And we're going to head there after this. We can't clog up this room, and we can't clog up the hallway. So we'll go down the escalators and to the right, and we'll meet anybody that wants to sign or ask more questions there. Last question. I need somebody to do a dance of some kind. Let's see. Okay. Wait a minute. Stripes, you got it.
So, this is really ironic because I'm here right now, but if you get bored of Minecraft, how do you get reinterested in it?
Mods. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Mods are a whole other game, let me tell you.
If so, which mod packs do you recommend?
Tech It.
Oh, perfect, yeah.
I mean, oh my gosh.
Tech It, Hex It.
Which one? Feed the Beast.
Feed the Beast.
Oh my god. Seriously, it's a whole other game. It's not even Minecraft anymore, so.
Thank you so much for being
Thank
here,
you, guys.
everybody.
I will have to